Welcome, 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 beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. 30K. First of all, appreciate all the comments I received yesterday on the live stream. A lot of people congratulating me on hitting 30K subscribers. And it's a 30K special. Twitter, I hit 30K maybe 1 month ago, and now YouTube 30K as well. And PSG Int, this is an actually funny story that I don't think a lot of people know about. Me and my friend started PSG Int from the get-go. And we had an Instagram account. Before the Twitter, before 2 YouTube accounts that got suspended, before this one, we had an Instagram account, which we started, I believe, the year after the Champions League final. So I remember it was a lot of transfers, so on. And that Instagram account got 30K. And then it got suspended due to copyright. And now we're back here, 30K ball, on a different platform. What can I say, man? I started this channel on, was it the 3rd? I think when Messi signed. So like the 1st of August, 2021? Yeah, 2021. That's when I made this channel. And no, I didn't make it because of Messi. I had 2 previous YouTube channels, and I gave up. It was like a half give up. I uploaded, the views just weren't there, so I started sometimes uploading, like Icardi's penalty versus Mets, I remember. I just uploaded it got so many views, I got so happy, copyrighted. And then I remember when I was doing live watch-alongs, I used to put the small of the actual game, and that got copyrighted, obviously. But why I did that is because the views and everything, I was working, I was putting in energy and time into YouTube, and it just wasn't paying off. Those 2 YouTube channels got copyrighted, suspended. They don't exist anymore. And then I half gave up. I had the Twitter, just using it for fun sometimes here and there. But then when Messi signed, I was like, you know what? Let's do this again. And as they say, third time is the charm. And obviously, it wasn't I thought Messi coming in with Neymar, with Mbappe was going to be huge. It wasn't really that huge. The growth was extremely slow. Extremely slow. But I always had belief. I always had belief in myself. Basically, I don't think anyone believed that I would be sitting here now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so. Because it's a really hard objective. Especially a lot of people were saying, well, you're gonna talk about PSG. But that's why I picked PSG. I think it's just something they call it on YouTube, like the lone island strategy or something. It's when you find an idea that is so great, but no one has tapped into it yet. And that was Paris Saint-Germain. That there is no English Paris Saint-Germain YouTube channel, apart from PSG Talk at that point, is actually embarrassing. Now from PSG's perspective, or nobody wants to make, but nobody did it. As a business opportunity, as any kind of opportunity. It still amazes me that nobody really did it, and they just let me absolutely cook. There are obviously tons of French ones as well. But I remember there was a small competition with PSG Talk in the beginning, who's bigger. It took maybe a year, I would say a year. And then the views, I would say I became bigger than PSG Talk on YouTube. And now we're sitting here. 30,000 people subscribe to this channel. And one thing maybe a lot of people don't know, around 17, 18K are bots. We're actually sitting around on 12K humans. Because those 18K, they came when I was uploading generic shorts that had nothing to do with me. It was basically Paris Saint-Germain through the years. I don't wanna, like a cheeky music, pictures, 2024, 23, 22. And these got millions of views, millions, earned me so many subscribers. But none of those were impactful. Obviously, they were impactful for that time. I don't think it helped that channel that much. But it's still 30K. That's still the number that I see. That's still the number that you guys see. And it just shows the progress this channel has made. I remember live watch-alongs, maybe 2-3 viewers, no comments. I remember so when we had post-match podcast, me, Princess Tosin sometimes, I used to open a bunch of different Google Chromes, not my other accounts, and watch the stream from there and like it, so it would get more views and so on. Because like sometimes it was at zero, man, and that was a bit depressing. We gotta be honest. But I kept going. I kept going. I remember even sometimes when I uploaded the video, I watched it from like incognito, from different YouTube accounts, the entire video, liked the video and everything. I don't have to do that anymore though. So, I mean, the journey has been immense, man. And the thing now, everything is going, what do they call it? It's like the snowball effect. Everything is going so much quicker. The growth I did in the first year is completely incomparable to the growth I've done in this year so far. Like 2025 has been bigger than everything else before. So I've had this channel for, let's say, well, nearly 5 years. The last 6 months have been bigger than 4.5 years. That's how huge 2025 has been. 2025 has been huge due to, I would say, 3 reasons. The first thing, obviously, is Paris Saint-Germain winning the Champions League. I've always said the deeper Paris Saint-Germain go into a competition, will obviously help the channel get more viewers in, more people will be interested in listening and seeing stuff about Paris Saint-Germain. Second of all was my work ethic. I was in Paris right before 2025 started. Obviously there, Paris Saint-Germain versus Olympique de Lyonnais. And now when I was there, I got so much motivation. Because in the recent weeks, I hadn't worked as much. There wasn't that much content. And I promised to myself, when I come back, until the Club World Cup finishes, there have been some gaps here and there, but I said, from the start of 2025 until the official season ends, the Club World Cup ends, I'm going to work my ass off. There have been some days I've been uploading 3-4 videos. We obviously had the 24-hour live stream when Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League versus Inter Milan. I remember when we faced Arsenal, I worked like 20 hours straight or something. So, Paris Saint-Germain going deep, my insane work ethic in 2025. And then obviously some different stuff. I would say I've had some collaborations. I had one with Hussam. You got good views. I don't know how much bigger it got me, because I think if there's one collaboration I want to give some kind of, that impacted my channel, I would say it has to be Lee Gunner. We obviously had a stream before the Arsenal group stage game, one after, and then for the knockout stages as well. And that opened up the doors. That opened up the doors. That's when more people knew of me. Obviously, I've been on the Football Terrace as well. He hasn't been here, but I've been on his channel. And a lot of it was due to Lee Gunner, the exposure that his YouTube channel gave me. So that's something I'm very grateful and appreciative for. But obviously, the thing that I haven't mentioned is you guys. You guys have been enjoying the content. You guys have loved the content. You guys are liking the videos, commenting on the videos. Whether you like it or hate it, there are a lot of people that watch this channel that hate me and hate my opinions. But they're still helping the cause. They're still being impactful in making this channel grow. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm extremely appreciative and grateful to all the support, all the love. If I mention all the names that I remember, it would just be too much. And I don't want to leave anyone out either. But you guys know who you are. Usually the moderators, some cheeky extra people, obviously the guests, Mr. Tosin, Mr. DJ, Mr. Junior, Mr. Phil. I think they have been the top 4. And David has been here sometimes. Princess came for that Champions League final victory. Oh, I don't want to be missing anyone. Even Steve. Shout out to Steve. So, I don't know. I think 1.5, 2 years ago, I was obsessing about goals. I don't do that anymore. I just try to work as hard as possible every single day when I wake up. I look at the views, I look at the numbers. What can I improve? What I do wrong? Always try to be authentic, transparent. Even though being authentic and transparent in 2025 gets you a lot of hate. It is what it is. It is what it is. Do I like to get hate? No. I don't think any person would like to get hate. Does it change? Do I care about it? Maybe. Does it affect anything I do? Absolutely no. Absolutely no. And yeah, I'm gonna keep being authentic, keep being transparent because I want to stay true to myself, as I've always said, and that's what you guys are enjoying. 30K. 30K would not look that big soon. Because one thing I've said on this channel for a very long time, I'm extremely grateful for all the growth and progress I've made. But the end goal, there is no end goal. I will never be satisfied. I think eventually I'll be satisfied in some sense when I have what I want in my life, which is a wife, house, family, kids. That's when I would be like maybe satisfied. But I will always try to work harder. So 30K at the moment, applaud. Applaud. But when I look at myself, when I look at my potential, when I look at what I've done, when I look at what I will do and what I can do, 30K ain't that special. And this is not me being arrogant, something, absolutely no. I'm grateful for all these 30K, I think 25, 30,000, 25, maybe a little bit more, 28, 29 now. I'm grateful for every single one of them. But it's gonna be more of you. And this exposure, I don't know, I like it and I don't like it. Like, I would say maybe it was more fun. I don't know. Sometimes too much exposure isn't that good. not that I don't want it. Obviously, it helps everything. But there are obviously negative sides of the exposure. But that's just something I have to deal with. That's just part of the job. There's absolutely no point in complaining about anything. There's way more positives than negatives. And yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years. It's went from a hobby to a job to basically a side of me. Like, I'm still Muhammad, I'm still me. But obviously, when I turn on the camera, I'm PhD int. I'm PhD int. It's surreal, especially now, when I've been in Algeria on holiday now, still doing the watch-alongs and seeing like 150 people, concurrent viewers, 120 people, concurrent viewers, with the bad quality, the internet lagging and everything. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, I don't know what more to say, man. Thank you so much. Thank you if you enjoyed the content. I will continue to upload. Maybe try to improve the content. I think that the biggest and most important thing for me when it comes to the content is the creativity. Obviously, I will always have a live watch along, a post-match podcast, routine stuff. But when it comes to video ideas, I always want to be as creative as possible because I want you guys to be surprised. When you scroll on YouTube and one of my videos gets recommended, I want you guys to click on it. Obviously, for my own self, obviously. But I want you guys to be like, yo, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. Yo, that's a cheeky idea from PhD Int rather. So for me, that's, I would say, the most important thing when it comes to content creation. I want to be as creative, think as much outside of the box. I don't want to do, I don't care if other people are doing the videos, but I'm not someone that just, oh, he did that went well, I'm going to do the same. No, I just created for myself because I want you guys to feel like the suspension. Always there be a surprise. Just like in a relationship. A woman will leave a man if he's just routine. He's the same thing all the time. There's nothing surprising. There's nothing that can surprise her. There's no dopamine stuff. That's something that's very important for me. When it comes to the editing and all of that, look, shout out to the YouTubers that don't want to do a lot of editing and audio effects and all of that. But honestly, is a robot watching my videos or is a human? I think a robot would care about the editing and all of that. But if you're a human, you want to listen to a human. No editing, no audio. Because I feel like when a person needs to overly edit his videos and add audio and everything, because he feels the video isn't good enough. He's like, oh, it's a bit quiet here. It's a bit this. I've never cared about that. I've never cared about that. Because for me, the most important thing, especially with these kinds of videos, the message. The message from me to you guys, what I'm saying, is the most important thing. Everything else don't matter. Even the background. This right here, it don't matter. Even, yes, when I'm in my studio, I have the PhD in background, better microphone, better camera, green screen and everything. But at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. Because I've seen you guys, I've looked at, compared the views, when I'm in the studio and now here in Algeria, and there's barely any difference. And what that tells me is that you guys are here for me. You're not here for the editing. You're not here for the background. You're not here for the quality. Obviously, you want that. Obviously, I want that. I want to give you guys better quality, especially microphone. Microphone and camera are the two most important in my opinion. But yeah, I've been talking a lot here. I could have done maybe like a 30K Q&A special. Maybe I was thinking about it. I remember someone told me you close to 30K, you're thinking about doing something special. I didn't have anything in my mind. Then I saw I got 30K, saw the congratulations, even for my friend. And I was like, yeah, let me just turn on the camera and, give my opinions. But yeah, this journey. And yeah, you know what? One thing I want to end this video on is the thing I would want to leave you guys with is an inspiration. Because you can think whatever you want of me. But one thing you will always need to respect about me. Again, now you know what? I will not say that. I will not say that. I will not say that. You don't. No. I'm sounding like fucking LeBron James when he said I deserve my respect. And I absolutely do not mean it in that way. The way I mean it is, I would love if people got inspired by me. Because my life, I was just living a regular life. Yes, I've moved different countries and all of that. But everyone has had some stuff different in their life compared to other people. But what I did was, I had an idea in my head. And I was like, I had a goal. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to reach that goal. And nothing stopped me. Nothing stopped me from reaching obviously I'm not there yet, but it didn't stop me. Every single time I had 0 views on the live stream, videos barely got any views after putting 3-4 hours into it. It hurt. It hurt. But great stuff are not meant to be easy. They're meant to be hard. That's why I never liked school and so on. Because school is easy. You just have to put in you have to become mentally ill with the studying and stuff. But it's easy. It's like studying is not that hard. I don't like to study. If I liked to study, I would have studied. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. But creating a YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, going to 30K is much harder than studying in Cambridge University as well, man. Fuck school, man. Fuck school. So yeah, I would love to leave as an inspiration to you guys that if you have a goal, go for it. No matter what happens. No matter what context you're in. No matter what other people say. Don't listen to that. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Even now, when it's going great, so on, there's still doubters. I don't care about them. Some people, they say, I use people's hate as like an engine, as fire for me to grow. And no, I don't care. I don't care. It hurts a bit depending on who it comes from. But genuinely, I don't care. It's a bit disrespectful that you don't believe in me. But I don't care. And I don't think people should care either. But yeah, that's been it. 30K special. Yeah, that's been it from boy PS Gents. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.